Finding a good fishing knife can be tough. I got one that I've been using for the last couple of years and it's never let me down. Let me share it with you guys. What's up guys, and welcome to George Define. On this channel, we do backpack reviews, men's everyday carry, and a little bit of hunting and fishing. Today we're going to talk about the Rapala 4-inch bait knife. So I was out fishing yesterday and I was catching a lot of fish. I was out there for some crappie and some bass and I was having a really good time, and I was using my Rapala bait knife, which is right here. I was looking at this knife and I've been using these Rapala bait knives for the last couple of years, and I was saying, man, I don't think I've ever reviewed this. I need to review this on the channel because this is a great knife for your daily fishing tasks. And where I fish is in the Chesapeake Bay a lot of times, in the tributaries off of the Chesapeake Bay, and the water is brackish, so it's like salt in fresh water, so it really eats through knives like nobody's business. A knife is, for me, might last a season, maybe season and a half, and then I'm looking for a new knife. So I wanted to find a knife that would be an affordable option and also something that was super sharp, that I knew was gonna last through a season. I don't wanna spend a whole bunch of money on a knife when I know I might lose it, because a lot of times I'm fishing on my kayak, or if I'm fishing on a boat or even the shore, sometimes I leave these things behind, they drop overboard, and I don't necessarily wanna be spending $100 on a knife. And I don't really take care of them, to be honest. Like, by the time I get off the water, I'm done fishing for the day. Yeah, I might clean up my kayak and my rods, but this knife might not get the proper treatment that it's supposed to get. So that's definitely an example. Here's a Mora knife that I used a couple of seasons ago, and you can see this thing is definitely jacked. And I think this has a lot to do with the sheath. Like, if you get a little bit of water in these sheaths, they're not necessarily a lot of venting through them. So, you know, that water kind of just sits in there and it just ends up rusting the knife over time. And so that one's pretty much retired to, yeah, I could really just throw this away. I got this one. This was from last season and it's still super sharp and I still use it. I lost the sheath on it a while back, probably cleaning out my kayak or fishing, dropped it overboard, and I don't have the sheath. But I got a brand new one, brand spanking new, and so I figured I would open this up with you guys and talk about the knife a little bit. So I'm gonna flip the camera around and then we can get a closer up view on this Rapala 4-inch bait knife. All right guys, this is the Rapala 4-inch bait knife. And this is the packaging it comes in. Pretty basic standard packaging, plastic. And on the back, let's check it out. It says razor sharp stainless steel blade with a serrated back, molded comfort grip handle, finger guard, easy to clean sheath hanging loop, positive locking sheath clip, and lanyard ready. I already cut it open, so let's go ahead and grab it out. Trying not to cut myself. So that's the knife, and that's the sheath, and this packaging can go to the side. All right, so let's take a closer look at this sheath right here. See, that's what I really like about this knife, is the open sheath, and then you have this clip that kind of locks in the knife. Definitely like that sheath. And then on the sheath itself, it has a little hole where you can attach a lanyard to the sheath as well. So that's pretty cool. Well thought out. And I think this knife really goes for like $8, you know, on Amazon and stuff. And you can find it in Walmart too. You know, if you watch this channel, I'm all about budget. It's got this little knife tip protector on it. And that's the knife itself. See if I can get a closer view. And got those serrated edges right there. Super sharp. Actually do a really good job on the edge of this blade. It's pretty good. So it's 4 inches long. Got my tape measure right here. So let's measure out the blade length. 4 inches. 4 inches exactly. And you know, the width of this knife is about 3/4 of an inch. But the grip on this knife is really good. It feels really good in my hand, like when I'm cutting up bait fish or anything like that. Taking some line off of my lures, I'll use this little knife, put it right beside me in the kayak. And I like that lanyard hole. And for this knife, I actually have like a little float I'm gonna connect to that lanyard hole. So that comfort grip, really nice. This sheath kind of goes over the knife. You gotta kind of look at the sheath to decide on, you know, which direction it goes. So it slides on. It's pretty tough out of the box. It slides on and then it kind of clicks in. And so that little thumb grip goes over, and then you can take the sheath off with one hand if you just push it. It's kind of tight since it's brand new. Maybe not one hand right now, but over time, as the sheath loosens up, I'll be able to just push this sheath off with one finger, with the thumb there. So you got lanyard connections on the tip here and also on the handle itself. So this is the brand new one. This is the old one. And for 2 seasons, you can see that, you know, this is definitely doesn't do that bad. And I fish probably 4 or 5 times a month, to be totally honest. So, you know, I go out in the water 4 or 5 times a month. And so this is taking some abuse for a season, 2 seasons actually, but it still works. It's still super sharp, and I like it a lot. So these knives, I'll stick with them and until they kind of fail me. It does have that little Rapala logo right there. And I know this is not H1 steel by Spyderco. So, you know, you guys that are looking for those more expensive, you know, $90 knives to go out on saltwater, this is not it. You know, this is a budget knife that you can use when you're fishing, you know. And I just wanted to share it with you guys because I think it's helpful. I use it all the time, and I think it might be helpful for someone out there. So let's do a little paper test. Let's cut some paper and see how it does. All right, I got some paper here. Let's see how this knife does. Like I said, new out of the box, very sharp. I got some cardboard right here. I got some cardboard. See how it does with this cardboard. Super sharp. It's killing this cardboard. Great little knife. Check it out, guys. $8. You can't lose. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your family and friends. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so you never miss out on any of my adventures or reviews. See you next time. Peace.